Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 69, 70, 71, 72 Carryover League. We are again today in the 1970 box. And today we're going to get into the National League. We've done the 4 American League boxes looking for talent. And today we go into the National League East. And we will grab out the 4 squads here. Atlanta, Florida, the Mets, and the Phillies. Let's start with the expansion team, though. Florida, we like their 1969 box because we saw they had a couple position players and a pitcher they could add. So that's great to have options, particularly when you're an expansion team. They lose Alan Ashby, Pedro Guerrero, Mickey Hatcher, Jeff Leonard, Craig Reynolds, Rafael Santana, and 2 pitchers, Shatsetter and Ernie Camacho. We believe we found a left-handed pitcher to replace Shatsetter in Mike Kilkenny. So that means that that's a great get if we don't need to find a pitcher in the remaining 3 years for this team. They currently employ these guys: Casey Cox, Moda, Ruiz, Salmon, all from the 69 box, and Jose Pena from the 71 box. And the remaining players are, of course, the 1970 cards you don't see here. So these are the guys that are available. And we start with Roger Repos. And he's a good defensive player, power, a little punch, a little battle walks. It's not bad. 238 hitter. He's a 3 in center, 2 in right. Play a little first base. He could. Well, they have Vic Davalillo currently in this particular role, and they already have maybe, but they're looking to replace 3 right-handed outfielders: Mickey Hatcher, Jeff Leonard, and Pedro Guerrero. And this guy's left-handed, so I'm not sure about him. Or we have Jose Pagan again. Now he had 285 in '69, and he has 265 here. Oddly enough, with the same 1-2 card. So I guess there are percentages in play and so forth. Well, frankly, it's pick your poison. Pick whichever Jose Pagan you prefer, I guess. We see Jim Hannon again. Not really closer material. Area 4 is okay. Here's Kilkenny. Now, he's much worse here than he was in '69. This Kilkenny's got a 5.16 ERA, so we don't want that. Roberto Rodriguez is just not good enough. Russ Gibson, catcher against the lefties if needed. Though we have 1 catcher on staff, a good one. We have what's his name there? Ken Suarez. Suarez is an excellent catcher, and he's right-handed, so we don't need another right-handed catcher unless there's nobody else to choose from. So really not bad again. So Florida seems to be able to at least enlist players to play in 69 and 70. Next, the division-winning Braves. And the Braves, of course, they lose a lot of talent. They lose the Corcoran, Dale Murphy, Jim Rice, Nicosia, and 4 pitchers: Mahler, Jarvis, Garber, and Bedrosian. I believe we saw 1 good pitcher in the 69 box. I think it was Morton. Anyway, Sonny Jackson is still the shortstop. Hank Aaron, Rico Cardi, Paul Doyle, Phil Negro, George Stone, and Mian. That's the base right there. Now, Tommy Aaron, this is probably his best year. Just because that's a workable platoon. He could be your first baseman against lefties if they don't have one, but I think, unfortunately for Tommy Aaron, he's being blocked by Orlando Cepeda. And so that means no, Tommy Aaron doesn't have a spot. But the Braves would be best suited to let him go and find work elsewhere. All right, Ralph Garr. I may as well turn this card over to make sure I don't take it, because he's an outstanding hitter in 71 and 72. Mike Lum. He can field, and he hits better than he does in '69. He's definitely an option. Here's a reliever to possibly replace either Bedrosian or Garber. Bob Pretty. He's got a 5.42 ERA though. I think he can do better. Mel McQueen, a lefty in the bullpen. Well, they do have to replace Rick Honeycutt, who was a starter. They have George Stone, who they can move into the rotation, and Paul Doyle. So they could take Mel McQueen. It's definitely a possibility. Move him in the bullpen and move the other pitcher into the rotation. All right. Next up are the Mets, a team that is pushing their chips into the center of the table to get to the World Series this year, in the last year of the '69 Mets. They lose Hubie Brooks, Willie Randolph, Darryl Strawberry. They lose 5 pitchers, Dwight Gooden, Sid Fernandez, Brent Gaff, Neil Allen, and Doug Corbett, but they are going to have Matt Lack. They're believed to be getting Ron Taylor and Don Cardwell, so they seem to have long relief and rotation done. It's back end of the bullpen. You need a right-handed closer and a right-handed setup guy to help out Tug McGraw. That's what you need, and some position players. So they have Agee and Corrales and Grody and Cleon Jones and Kuzman and Seaver, of course, McGraw. So in their farm system, they have Duffy Dyer as a backup catcher when they don't need a backup catcher. They've got 2. So that's a shame. Then Dave Marshall. We need a Darryl Strawberry replacement, but I would hope for a better Darryl Strawberry replacement, particularly if a team has World Series aspirations, than this guy who had 243. And here, this looks like he is going to your bullpen. Danny Frisella. Now that's a good card right there. Danny Frisella has got a 8-3 with an ERA of 3. He'll help out Ron Taylor in the bullpen with Tug McGraw. So of all these guys, Frisella I'd give top billing to, which means you're halfway there in 1970 for the Mets. All right, Philadelphia. Phillies they're not quite where they need to be yet, you know. Plus they lose Dave Collins, Von Hayes, Mike Schmidt, Jeff Stone, Ozzie Virgil. They're bringing Steve Carlton back. That's great news. They lose John Denny and Jeff Reardon. So they have 71 Boa and Didier, Callison, Dick Allen, Grant Jackson, Bill Wilson, Rick Wise. This Carlton is an option, but of course, why are we even having a discussion when we know it's going to be 72 Carlton? And 71 Darren Johnson's already on the team as well. So, Barry Lersch. Wow. Is this your John Denny replacement? 3.26 ERA in 138 innings. So he's more of a 3-4 starter. But he's a starter 8, which is fantastic. Love the single 1-2 there. Single 1-8 there. He's good. Definitely a team that is still trailing the Braves and Mets in this division. Lersch would be an excellent addition. Johnny Briggs could join Johnny Callison in the outfield. 270 hitter. Not bad. Tim McCarver. Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, you lose Ozzie Virgil, and the only other catcher in your roster is Bob Didier. And of course, we know about the bromance between McCarver and Steve Carlton. So yeah, this is outstanding hitting for Tim McCarver. And the platoon is frankly good, because I like Bob Didier. I like the other catcher against lefties. 287 hitting Tim McCarver. Well, we keep going though. Lowell Palmer, not quite good enough against righties to deal with what he's bad against lefties. Here's a catcher who can throw, he just can't throw good enough. Just a -1 arm for Mike Ryan. Not much stick at all. That'll do it. So really, there are definite players. Lersch, Briggs, McCarver. I mean, and again, you need four of these guys over the next 2 seasons, is the other thing to keep in mind. So that'll wrap up the National League East. Thank you for checking out the videos. We'll see you next time.